private money follows talent. It's not the other way around. So when you have a city where you have money being deployed, then it means there's something behind this city, which is not only about lifestyle, it's not only about projects, it's also because there's talent that's pushing forward a great global ambitious project. So Barcelona became a place where private money is being deployed in a very professional way, in an industry that's growing in terms of attracting private money. And Barcelona, it's poisoned for attracting this money in biomedical research for many reasons. So the question would be, are we finding good assets in Barcelona for this type of investments to come along? And in the future, is Barcelona ready for the new trends, which is including digital health and other? And the answer would be yes, if you look at the indicators of additional funds coming in. It's not only about the private money that's already here by funds, it's also the investors' money from international firms that are co-investing here. Also, those has been also tripling because international funds have been coming, and looks like 2021 is going to be 50% increase in this international money.
What would we need to attract even more, right, at scale? And I would think that there's 5. The first one is talent, as I've shared, right? Intensity of talent. How do we train? And I think we do a fantastic job in Barcelona at that and training talent. But how do we retrain? So how do we keep people coming back for their PhD, for additional degrees? And then how do we retain? And I think, Joe, you kind of mentioned that that's one of the big, probably things that we can think of, right? Because we have tremendous talent that ends up, flying away from Barcelona for different reasons. How do we keep more of that talent in the city? The second one is source of innovation after talent, right? Do we have a research engine? How can we even foster that research engine, private and public, so that we can create an ecosystem that enables scale? The third one is funding. And probably the fourth is physical infrastructure. What is the state of our physical infrastructure in Barcelona? Does it support this kind of effort?
Definitely, there are the ingredients of critical mass of deal flow. There's an ingredient of a lot of reputation around the research centers and academia, talent, and also co-investors that are helping other investors to join the community. So if we keep up with this good work, good reputation, and specifically we treat talent the right way, this city will still be attractive to all these private money investors, which is a proxy of interest in talent. My only question would be, again, around retaining. We cannot afford having cheap payrolls. That is not sustainable. So I think there's going to be an effort of translating some of the value into the employees to keep the talent and retaining it. Because when this talent who comes here at the age of 25 or 28 have kids, develop their own lives and have ambitions, you cannot still be a bad, you don't just have a bad salary for these guys. So I think an issue that Barcelona has still a lot to do is basically better pay jobs in an industry that requires a lot of efforts academically, something that I think Barcelona is still lagging if you compare to Zurich, or you compare to Paris, or you compare to New York, obviously. And I know the differences and the structural differences that would not allow easily to increase salaries, but to me is a weak point in the chain.
There's definitely a war for talent in life sciences. That's a struggle that we have. If you talk to companies based in Boston, in the West Coast, that's the number one challenge they have today. They have enough money to raise. That's not a problem anymore. But talent is in high demand, and as such, salaries are growing. They're actually a little bit out of control in the U.S., which means that there'll be more a driving force, for all the brilliant talent that we have in Barcelona to be tempted by these opportunities. That's probably the number one challenge that we will have to address, not the quality of the talent, because we've demonstrated again and again that Barcelona can create amazing talent. It has amazing universities, amazing business schools. How do we retain, after so much investment, this talent that we've built in Barcelona?
The retaining sometimes is not only about taxes and money. People need to come here because of a solid project that has a good balance of quality in terms of lifestyle and in terms of what you get out of being here. But it cannot be driven because this is a low-cost economy for innovation. This cannot be the case. Otherwise, they will come, they will go to the beach, and they go back. I think there's still a lot to do because despite the fact that you've been working with all these companies and with co-investors, they are still surprised sometimes, not so much in biopharma probably, but in healthcare space and innovation, sometimes we still need to do a lot of work in promoting and being a little bit proud about what we have here. It's a matter of scale. Good news is that we've been highly productive because with less resources, we've done a lot. So I think there's a moment in which we really have to raise our hands and be proud of this industry and bringing as much as investors as we can and congresses as we can. And let's keep up with the work of being proud of sharing what we can do here.
How do we have not only companies from Barcelona investing in research in Barcelona, but what needs to happen? But how do we become attractive for a company based in the US to invest in a lab, in a research lab in Barcelona? That to me is the question we have to crack.